So, welcome back everybody. Will be my fourth video. Last week's video was about love. What is love? Today's video is now going to be about what would you do? What it's like to break up with somebody you love. Kind of pulls at your heartstrings, I guess. Let's go with that. It pulls at your heartstrings. You kind of feel like you could have done something different, and you dwell on the regret. Keep on dwelling on the regret. And you sit in the shower and you think about what could have changed, what could have, what could have you done differently. And it don't help. Trust me, it don't help. If they say goodbye, there's a reason. Might not be your fault. I mean, it happens. So I guess people forgot the reason why they fell in love with you in the first place. But you don't forget it. You know why you fell in love with them and that you're still in love with them, but they forget why they fell in love with you, and they just forget. And you try all you can to help them remind themselves, what did I do wrong? What could I have done? I said, it's not you, it's me. And it's kind of one of the hardest things to say. It's kind of cliche, but it happens. And that's the hard part. They fall out of love. And you don't want that to happen. Trust me, you don't want that to happen. And then they find somebody else. That's hard. Because you're like, I'm still in love with you, but they don't feel the same way. They found somebody new, and you see it, and you constantly think about what have you done with them, and it's just rough. It's just hard to get on through it. But I guess the more you dwell on it, the easier it becomes. Kind of get over it. Because you can't take that back. The pain will go away, the memories stay, and you won't ever forget them. Because you loved them. Eventually, maybe you'll find somebody new. I guarantee you'll find somebody new. And you'll come up with new memories. You fall in love with them. They love you. And they will never forget it. They know why they love you. And you can do all this stuff to say, hey, I love you. And they're like, you don't have to do that, because I know you do. And they will never forget it. And when you have a bad day, and you remember back, said, man, I remember when I lost this girl, this guy that I loved, and they're there for you. See, it happens, but I'm here. I'm here for you, and I'm never leaving. And if some of you don't know, I'm in the Air Force, and for military members, the hardest part is being a military spouse, because deployments. Deployments last anywhere from 6 months to a year, just depending on the type of deployment. Sometimes that's longer than a year, sometimes it's less than a year. I think the shortest time you could be deployed is 6 months. I'm 100% sure. And that's a hard part, because the distance and the lack of, you're not there with them 24/7, even though you got used to it. And then you're gone. 6 months, a year, anywhere from that range, or even longer. Minimum contact if you're at certain bases at different times. Minimum contact. You won't be able to see them all the time, because internet connection is all about atmosphere, and so that's what I'm going to school for. And you can't Skype them, video chat them, whatever you use, FaceTime. You won't be able to see them all the time that way. So the message that you get means so much more. And the spouse have it pretty hard. I mean, they're back home, people ask them, brings back memories. And the people on deployment, I mean, it's hard for them too, don't get me wrong. It's hard for them as well. And they're there to do their job, and they're doing their job for people back home. For the people back home so they can have their life, their freedom, and their pride saying, yes, this is my spouse. He or she is in the armed forces, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Army, Coast Guard. You get the National Guard. You get the Air National Guard, the Army National Guard, Air Force Reserve, Army Reserve, Navy Guard, Marine Guard. I don't know much about the other branches. But they're deployed, and they're doing this because they love them so much. And they don't want their significant other back home forget that. And that's why they do it. So that they know, I am willing to sacrifice myself for you. For the spouse, the neighbors, the guy down the road about a mile, person across town, your kids, the school. They're willing to sacrifice themselves because they love them so much. Love, as I said in my other video, it was about, person to person. I'm also going to integrate a little bit more about love in this one right now. But love means more than just person to person. It means my cousin's neighbor, random guy on the street that I don't even know. I mean, love's everything. And you just can't not forget that. When we get deployed, we're sacrificing ourselves for what we love, a way of life. And then when you break up with somebody you love, you got those feelings where you're like, well, I don't know. You do it for them anyways. You keep going on day in, day out, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, if you want to get down to it, nanosecond by nanosecond. You just keep going on and on for them, even though they're no longer part of your life. Let's see, what else did I leave out? I lost my train of thought, give me a moment. There you go. And then when you see them again, say you see them 20 years, well, let's not go to 20 years because it's a long time. Say 5 years to 10 years down the road, say, hey, they're married. You get some of those old feelings back. Your heart kind of races a little bit. But you see that they're happy. And that's all you wanted in life. I mean, you just wanted them to be happy and to be in love. At first, it was just in love with you and them to be happy. But since, time has passed, you kind of realized what you wanted in life. You just wanted them to be happy and them to be in love. It doesn't have to be with you. And I guess that's the hard part for some people, because I know that's the hard part for me. And you say you see them 5, 10 years down the road, they're married, they're happy, and it makes you happy. It just kind of gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling that you missed so long that you had with them. And then say you're married, and you have kids. And, of course, I love kids. I mean, I want kids. Not anytime soon, of course not, no. But you're married, you have kids. You get that warm, fuzzy feeling that says, this is who I am. This is why I'm here. And that's the best part. It doesn't have to be with the person that broke up with you that you loved. And this video is kind of like everywhere. I'm thinking about it. Happens when you're tired. So that's kind of what's going on in your mental aspect. You just want them back. You try all you can. They made up their mind. People are stubborn. No denying that. So if they're stubborn about it, and they just don't love you anymore. And it hurts, trust me, I know. It hurts. But it's going to work out in the end. One door open, well, give me a moment. When one door closes, another one opens. Life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I mean, there's always a bigger fish in the sea. Wait, there's more fish in the sea. I don't know how that one went. But, beside the point. Thanks for listening. I promise my next video will be more on a direct path. Please comment. Give me ideas about my next video, because I'm kind of hitting like a writer's block, but more like a verbal blog. Just give me ideas. Comment, please. Share. Please share this video with everybody. Thanks for listening. I know I talk a lot with my hands, but that'd be alright. Thank you. And like I said, please comment, share, like. Thanks.